You know, you could have life insurance for your family without having life insurance. And you don't have to be a burden to them, too. Hey, guys, it's Bob Fergan. I'm back. And my heart, my desire, my prayer really is to help those who are getting close to 50 or in their 50s, 60s, 70s, or 80s live their best life. Why not the second half of your life be significantly better? Ask Tom Brady. A lot of his games were won in the second half. Well, burden or legacy, legend, painful or positive thoughts, grateful thoughts about what we left behind. So I'm not talking about life insurance, but I am talking about life insurance. Our responsibility to others tends to go on well past raising them. You know, to be a role model, to be an example, to be the best we can be. And one of the best ways to be the best you can be and be a role model to others, whatever that was that got on me, is to live your best life, your second half of your life. To be like someone that others want to emulate and be like, right? To be healthy and strong and fit, not fat and disease-ridden because of the things you could have done, right? There are things outside your control. I just was talking to my son-in-law yesterday, and a genetic disease that he can do his best to control was passed on to him. Now, that's not controllable, okay? But the stuff you're sticking in your mouth and you aren't sticking in your mouth, whether you move your body, whether you're going to do things to reduce your stress and drink lots of water and get rid of the negative things, alcohol's not doing you any good. Sure, I'm not against having a drink or two, but it doesn't do you any good. You know, being stoned all day on weed isn't doing you any good. Staring at Netflix versus moving your body, that's not doing you any good. But think about the role model, right? Think about the role model to others. You know, not just your children and their spouses and your children's children, but your neighbors, your friends, everything we do affects everybody else, right? And this health epidemic, which we are sick in America, it doesn't matter whether you're a Democrat or Republican. They say, oh, you don't like Bobby Kennedy because he's trying to get us healthy. Unless you're a fool, you know this is a sick, unhealthy country. So you can't fix everybody. You know who you can fix? You. You can start doing things differently. You know, it's a country that just has no responsibility. I'm talking about the average people. I'm not talking about everyone when it comes to their finances. Doing basic things. We now have the Secretary of the Treasury talking about financial education because we're so far gone. You know, we're living in debt. Think of the stress that you have because of just your debt alone, right? And because you don't do basic things like spend less than you earn. You have no ability to control that need to gratify yourself right now with things that really will not matter. People put things on credit cards that they want right now, and then they pay for them years and years later. That's just, it's not a need, it's a want, right? If you're starving and you have no other source and your babies need milk, stick everything on a credit card. But if you're able-bodied and you can get out and hustle, make some extra money, right? Do the right things financially. Be a role model financially. If you've screwed up your relationships, that can change immediately. There's this thing called forgiveness and apologizing and love and caring about other people. You see, the thing is, it's going to be over before we know it. This physical life here, if you accepted Jesus Christ, you got a whole brand new life coming. And that's woohoo to look forward to. But for all of us, this physical life, It's going to be over with. And I mean, truthfully, what you leave behind will either be a burden or will have your family just thinking wonderful thoughts of you and your friends because you did something. You chose to do something. And so I want to encourage you guys, you know, maybe stop listening to me if you're listening to me because it may not be working for you, or start listening to me. But no matter what you're doing, this isn't about Bob Ferngren. It's about do something about your financials. Don't be a burden. Do something about your health. Don't be a burden. Do something about your relationships. You know, fix them before you're gone. Because, you know, if you haven't heard this, and if I'm the first one, I'm shocked to tell you this, you don't care about anything else when you're on that deathbed other than the people who are surrounding you there. And what could you have done for them? Well, you can do it today. You can become their life insurance so that their life is better, because the ultimate role model in their life is probably you. Were you great at managing your money, finance, investing, making good financial decisions? Were you doing everything you could to live a healthy life, a physically healthy life, a strong mental healthy life? You know, the numbers of people that are on antidepressants and stuff, you know, gosh, seek other answers than just medical doctors. Think about what their vested interest is. It's you being sick. Open up your mind. The whole system tends to work against us. Doctors, you know, financial advice, go to school, get deeply in debt. Oh, you can get divorced. Everything works against you. But your legacy will be, what did you do to go against the odds? And you can do it. You can fix your life. You can leave a lasting positive memory to others because you're important. You're really important. God bless.